Hey, we are
Hey.
back. Oh,
Hopefully,
all right.
we're live.
So, if
Hopefully.
anybody ever wonders why our music is so long there in the beginning, is because behind the scenes, because of the way Facebook works, we have to stream. For my case here, I stream into my personal profile, then I have to share it into Facebook groups and other places like that. Madison does the same thing. Well, you have to make sure it's streaming directly into the ClickFunnels official group, and then whatever else you have to, which only works like half the time.
And
So
I thought I was just going to be streaming me for the longest time. I was like trying to end the stream because it was like just me. And I'm like, I got to sit here and smile. So I'm like frantically hitting buttons.
no, I don't think it was streaming you. I could be wrong. I was seeing the numbers counting down
I
the whole
was
time.
not.
Yeah.
I was
Okay.
not.
All right. It is Tuesday. We are back here. We may have another participant join us here in a minute. She's having some computer issues. If not, she will join us some other day. She's also in Europe, so God only knows what time it is over there. And but what we're doing here is because a couple weeks ago, a couple months ago now, Russell and Todd introduced Overskill, but they also introduced Marketing Secrets AI, and they've also been introducing all kinds of crazy new AI related stuff into ClickFunnels. And so we decided that leading up to Funnel Hacking Live, which is, 33 days from now, starts on the 21st, I do believe, of September. You can get tickets at funnelhackinglive.com. Leading up to that, we are just bringing in people and having them show us what they've been building, whether it's an Overskill, Marketing Secrets, cool stuff they're building that integrates with ClickFunnels, whatever they're building. And so that's what we're going to do here. Oh, and a couple other things I wanted to mention real quick. Something I learned yesterday, and this may affect people in Overskill or it may not. And it may affect people in Marketing Secrets AI or it may not. But I've often heard that there is a prime time window for Claude, okay, where your credits burn a lot faster. Well, finally, yesterday, I decided to look that up and see what time that was. It's between 8 a.m. and 2 p.m. Eastern time. So if you can avoid those times, so Madison's rolling her eyes here. So that would be, what is that
I'm
for us?
just on
5
the
to 11.
maximum plan. You
Hey,
you
you're
just
still
wait
burning
out
more
another.
credits.
No, I guess you'd be good now because you said 2 p.m. Eastern, which is now. So,
Yes.
yeah, you should be good.
Yeah, so anytime.
So nap
West
in the
Coast,
morning and then get busy afternoon, right?
yeah, so basically for us on the West Coast here, after 11 a.m., it is cheaper. On the East Coast, after 2 p.m., it is cheaper. So, like I said, does it affect people inside of Marketing Secrets and inside of Overskill? The answer is probably yes.
It is. I think there's actually a warning that says so.
Well, there's also the thing in the upper right-hand corner that, what does it say, happy hour, where you can click on that and it'll cache your stuff for like an hour instead of recaching it every 5 minutes or whatever the heck it does. And apparently we lost Jessica too. So
She's back. She's coming back.
she may be back. We'll see. It's always the fun with computers. So
Welcome back.
either way, the point is keep an eye on it. If you can avoid that time, you're going to extend your credits even further, and you're going to spend less credits on Overskill. You're going to burn through your credits less quickly on Marketing Secrets, or if you're just using Claude itself. And I would guess ChatGPT probably has something very similar where it is cheaper during parts of the day. So just Google it. I don't use ChatGPT except to do images. So I really don't know. And otherwise, any other announcements or anything you can think of, Madison, anything new and cool that came out recently?
No, I don't think so. I mean, I've just really been utilizing the exporting my projects and then putting them back in to Marketing Secret or to Overskill. But I think like the more I think about it, I'm like, it's very impressive what you can do in Overskill. And I'm like, maybe I'm going about this the wrong way. But my caveat is until the month is up, I have paid Claude a chunk of money, so I will reassess at the end of the month to figure out what is.
Now, when you said projects, you meant a Claude project, correct?
No, I mean like an app in Overskill. I export it.
Wait, you said you put it back into Overskill.
Yeah, you can put it back into Overskill. Yeah.
Okay, so you're exporting your apps out of Overskill and then you're putting them back into Overskill.
Yeah, I had it clone
Why?
a page for me, and it's
Okay.
like, all right, now I just need it to just simply clone it with a different graphic. So I'll take it out, put it into Claude, have Claude do all the different graphics with it, put it back into Overskill.
So you're creating two different apps at that point.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
It's like
Now-
it's like a Shopify store. So I just
okay,
want
you
to
could
clone it.
duplicate, excuse me, you could duplicate an app inside of Overskill. So why wouldn't you just duplicate the app, then have
I
Claude
had
create the graphic, give the graphic to...
Well, the other thing is like the thing I needed it to do was already in Claude. I need to make personalized canvases, and I already
Okay.
had the graphics in Claude.
Well, and one
little-
other thing is, as we get sharing our screens here, we'll show you, they got a new cool thing that came out, I don't know, last week, I guess, where you could tell it to basically reference, I think that's where they're using, you can tell it to reference another app you've already built. Or, I would guess, another app that was a template that you pulled into your account, which I don't think it costs anything to pull templates into your account. So you could say, okay, I'm going to start a new app here, and I want you to reference this one over here. I don't want to necessarily start with the template, but I want you to reference the template because the template's doing this one thing, and I want you to be able to pull that one thing out of it. And that's easy enough for it to do because all it has to do is go in there, read the code, and say, okay, here's the chunk of code that does that singular thing, pull it out. That way it doesn't have to rewrite it, doesn't have to think about it, doesn't cost any credits. It just pulls it out and puts it into the new template. So it's all really cool stuff. And every week they're coming out with more new cool stuff. And one other thing is all this week at it's 8:30 my time, so that's 11:30 Eastern time. Overskill Live is live. So it's live.overskill.app. If you go there, you can see the calendar on that. Let me see. Let me just make sure that's the right. Yeah.
And you should be going to that because you should not be using your Claude tokens at that time or any other AI at that time. So
yeah, you'll get in trouble.
Good point.
Let me see here.
Don't you go to overskill.live to watch it though?
No, it resolves to live.overskill.app is where it resolves to. So that's the actual, if you look in your URL after you type in what you just said, it will resolve to live.overskill.app. So that's the best place to go. And I just dropped it into the ClickFunnels official group. I dropped the link in there. And so what we can do here now is let's start with, and you've probably built more apps. So let's start with you, then we'll go to Jessica. So
Okay.
I saw the app that Ann has built. She showed it to me yesterday. It's really super cool. And why don't you tell, how long have you been working on it? Why did you have the idea? What are you thinking about doing with it? All that stuff.
Yeah. And I've been using a lot of the programs, ClickFunnels and whatever, all intertwined with it. So I wrote down some things. I go off on tangents. So I'm going to go ahead and read this briefly, and then you can ask me any question because I will be, not covering anything otherwise. Okay, why I built the app, I'm drowning in stuff. I'm drowning in stuff during the Overskill games, and frankly, I built it for me. In Florida, our houses don't have attics or basements. Attics run 150 to 170 degrees, and water tables too high for basements to make sense. So we rent storage instead. My storage fees were creeping up towards mortgage payments territory, and I knew I had to deal with it. But every single item I had a story attached to it, so I just couldn't just get rid of it. It was never that simple. That's how I'm Drowning in Stuff was born. As a visual sales, inventory, and decluttering assistant, you snap a photo and the AI identifies items, finds current pricing, tells you the best venue to sell it, writes ad copy, and walks you through 5 decisions: keep, sell, gift, toss, or will it to someone.
Okay,
In the bill.
show us the app. We want to see the app.
You want to see the app? Okay.
Yeah, well, of course we want to see the app. Come on. Do you know how to share your screen? I forgot to send you.
No, I have no idea. What am I doing?
Oh, geez. I forgot to send you the video. Push down at the bottom of your screen. There's going to be a plus sign in the middle of a TV screen.
Got it.
Okay, so click on that. and then you're going to click on share screen.
Okay.
Okay, and then you click on share screen again.
Share screen again.
Okay, and then should we just do a tab, Madison? Probably. So
Yeah.
what should be highlighted right now should say either Chrome or Window tab, depending
It
on what
says
you were on.
Chrome tab, and
Okay,
then
so
it's got the
find the page that the app is on, and preferably the app in the Overskill itself, not the live page.
Yeah, in the editor.
in the editor. Yeah, I have everything tabbed open on the top in case. Which one? Let me find the right one. I figure that's what we'd be doing. Sorry for the delay.
It's all right. We'll blame Dan.
Yeah, I forgot to send you the video. Madison made a video that I could give to everybody to show them how to share their screen because it's a little
That would be
complicated.
great.
Dan?
Yeah.
You
And I
know, we
forgot
should
to
have
send
built
it
an Overskill app. We should have
I
built
was
an
just about to
Overskill
say
app
that.
where somebody could practice on sharing their screen.
I'm drowning in stuff.
The
It's got
Overskill
to be
app
the next
to
one.
share your screen in StreamYard.
I had it all
Or
set
maybe
so
we should
nice.
just build
It was in-
StreamYard.
If it was in Zoom, it would have been all set.
Okay, well then just share your window.
Crap.
Click on window in the middle and then share the window that the tab is in.
Okay, would just be the StreamYard one, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
and you can. I'll put it up when you switch over to Overskill, so we don't get the. Okay, there we go.
There we go. That's what I was looking for.
Okay. All right. Well, as long
This
as you got both tabs open here, you had the tab open for the live page, right? Just click on that. So let's see what that
Yep.
looks like.
Got that one.
Okay, here we go.
So here you go. This is what it looks like on the landing page.
Now, when Ann said this to me yesterday, I said, well, okay, I'm not necessarily your target market. Now, I kind of think I got her target market wrong, but she said because she's down in Florida, they don't have basements. I live in Arizona. We got the same problem. We don't have basements. It's 180 degrees in the attic. You can't put anything up there. It will just cook. You can't leave anything outside, especially anything that's plastic or wood, because it will just cook. And so everything is in your house. So if you have...
Well, I also have 4 storage units that are costing me nearly the cost of a mortgage. It's ridiculous.
Right. So storage
Yeah.
units costing thousands of dollars is, but one other thing I saw in here, it's also somebody who may have lost a loved one or got a whole bunch of stuff when their parents died or something like that. And they're just like, it's all in their house right now. It's all in their garage. It's all their husband's stuff, their wife's stuff. And they're just like, it finally comes time in their life where they say, okay, we got to get rid of some of this stuff. It's time to let it go. That's
I mean, you would be amazed at what people throw in the garbage from the family of a garbage guy.
My husband helps estates, so I understand that problem too.
Yeah.
Well, this
So
is
this
actually
is an
designed
app.
to help everybody for that. Yeah, it makes it easy.
Yeah. So this is an app where if you got a whole bunch of stuff you want to get rid of, you can do it. Now, the one critique I gave to her was because it says drowning in an endless sea of stuff at the top, and you got 3 images across. You got 3 images down below with a guy in it instead of a girl. But what I thought was really the selling point, if you scroll down a little bit, Ann, is you got the video there, and it says, here's your free gift. So go back
This
up.
one
There
here.
you go. It's up there.
Yep.
So it's an AI generated image video, of course, and then you got what your welcome gift is. And
Right.
so I thought that was really the selling point there is the free thing that people can get. Because she's giving them 3 free scans. You could give them a free time period. You could do whatever because you want to create what is known as pain of disconnect. So if somebody gets in here and they're loading up all of their stuff and then they go, oh crap, my 30-day free trial just ran out, they're going to start paying because they are so invested in what they've already put into the app that they're going to want to stay and use it.
I think I thought through it a little bit more than that too, because each of the different levels, like if you were to go to the pricing levels, you see there is a free version that even if you have a paid version, when you cancel, it pops you right into the free version. So you're always in the community. And the best thing about it is those 3 free scans. Not all scans are alike. Each time you go up a level, you get more access to more features. But when you first start, those 3 free scans give you complete access to everything, including everything that's in Clear Horizon. So even first breath people who have no intention of buying anything beyond just using the 3 free scans a month, they will have access to everything for those first 3 scans. Gives them a taste so that at that point, if they want to keep using those, it gives them an incentive to move up into the other levels.
Yeah. And now the main reason you had to have the pricing like this is because you're using a lot of AI in the background, aren't you?
Yes. Well, not a lot. I've got enough built into it that it will cover it comfortably enough.
Okay.
Unless I get somebody who's going crazy.
The one caveat to this is we don't know how much storage Overskill is going to charge for. I think that's just like the one asterisk that is just, to my point, I've not heard yet.
Would, just as a suggestion, hooking everyone's their own Google account to it, so they're using their Google Drive for the storage for the images. That would probably save everyone a little bit of money on storage fees and everything else too.
I guess I'm not savvy enough to understand and following what you're talking about.
Okay, so when we talk about like the cost of storing data, photos and videos are the most expensive. Text, it is super cheap, right? And so while not currently addressed at this moment, there is no Overskill will charge you the same amount to store 1,000 photos as it will 1 photo at this current moment. So that's just something you need to be aware of, is that if that does change at some point, you're going to have to have enough wiggle room or adjust the prices or only store for a certain period of time, those images. Because that's kind of your wild card, right? And with when it comes to the AI tokens, you can give them so many tokens inside of Overskill, and when they max out of that, then they have to buy more tokens, which is a really cool feature that's built in. But
which is what I have them doing now. They get so many free
credits
per month, and then credits per month, and then they have to buy more. But credits are different than storage, is what you're telling me.
Yeah, I mean,
I never even thought about.
In the real world, as a real world app developer before all this stuff was easy, that's the hard part about it, right? Like, is somebody gonna put in 1,000 videos? Is somebody gonna put in 3? Like, where is that line at? And that's the cool thing, and really why you should leverage something like Overskill is at this moment that is included.
Okay. So is there a way to have the app, once they join, they have to open a place to store it?
I mean, I think like right now, you just inflate the prices if that ever comes to become a thing.
Okay.
Because here's the ease of it, right? And I mean, you could allow them to just store it on their local device, but it wouldn't link up quite right. I don't know. You may go round and round with Overskill trying to get them to hook up their Google Drive.
But you brought something to my attention I didn't even think about. I didn't think about the storage of whatever they're taking pictures of.
Well, you could definitely do an OAuth into your Google account, because I do that with YouTube. And you just, I don't even recall. It's been a couple of weeks since I actually connected it up, but it's a couple of clicks. You basically have to log into your Gmail account, your Google account, and tell it to to connect the two of them, and it does. I did not do that inside of Overskill. I did that inside of Claude, but it's the same idea. And so I think that would be easy enough if you did it. But the issue is once you
It's
have
hooking
them,
back up the URL with the credentialing behind it, because you would have to have it opened.
well, I think once you logged into Google, you could tell it to create the doc for you, or whatever you're going to save this. I guess it'd be a sheet. You could have it create the sheet for you, so then it's going to know exactly what the URL is of that sheet and should be able to access it.
It would be more photos. That's going to be the thing. But maybe we can get Todd on and we can ask the tough questions about what about storage.
Grill him on it.
Grill him. He's probably sitting there. Somebody be watching, going, "Crap, we didn't think about storage."
Well, no, I've heard him discuss it, and he said basically until you get to a massive amount of storage, nobody's going to worry about it.
And let's face it, right? Like
right.
The servers they have, they're running the same game, right? Like how many people are actually going to put photos on versus how much everybody's paying. So they got servers and servers and servers.
Okay, so that's something I think right from the beginning I should probably just put it out there right now, but very soon make that change and see if there's a way for me to get them to store their images in some kind of Google. Or do you think that's not?
Or just build it into your pricing, right? Just like you get 50 photos.
Okay.
Uploaded, right? And it's the same as, and just group it in with your listings, right? Your inventory. Just like, hey, if I ever had to pay for the storage of it, I could pay 10 cents for everything stored. And then obviously that's the benefit of having it monthly, because you're going to pay that every month.
Right.
Okay. So just to let everybody know, if they're having problems in Overskill right now, there does seem to be some sort of outage going on with Claude.
I saw that too.
Yeah. So there was a big banner across the top, and I clicked on it, and you can see the status report on Claude, and it's all messed up. So that's another issue. I mean, there's a lot of times you can be working in, doesn't matter which one of these AIs that you're working in, is connected to something else. It's connected to an LLM somewhere. And because of that, if that LLM goes down, doesn't matter if you're working in Overskill or Claude or Marketing Secrets AI, if it can connect, it can connect. So just be aware, that's one of the issues with working on this stuff. And might it burn you some credits in the process? Yeah, it might. It might, and it's not the fault of Overskill or MSAI. It's the fault of Claude, and Claude ain't going to give you your money back. That's all there is to it. But I was just going to say the one thing of having everybody store everything on their own local drive or their Google Drive or Google Sheet or whatever is you also lose the pain of disconnect. Because they just downloaded all that information to their own personal stuff. And so they'll have it if they ever walk away completely, but they won't be able to access it anymore through your interface. So that will be a partial pain of disconnect, but they will still also have all of the data on their own, which, again, depends on how you want to play it.
I have it where they can download complete documents of everything that they've been doing too, so that they would already have access to.
And on Google servers, it's 10 cents a gigabyte is what they charge for storage over 5 gigabytes. So if you just equate in 25 cents for every photo that they're going to add in there, you're going to be more than fine, right? Realistically, you could do a nickel. I mean, that's my 2 cents. That's probably why they're getting rid of cents.
Okay, so let's go back here. We know why you built it. We know we've talked a lot about what it's doing. So go back into the editor itself, because one of the things I always like to ask people is, okay, how long did it take you to build this thing? What did you learn while building it? And how many credits did you burn up while doing it? And I say burn, but it's an investment. But so
it is an investment. And that's kind of what I had written down, that I didn't want to miss out. I mean, it's an education. looked at all of these extra credits that I invested in this, and I invested it because I wanted it to be a stellar piece, and I think it is. Um, I could have stopped in a lot of different places, but I was building it for myself, and I really felt that I wanted to have all of these different features available to me. So it took me from when we did the games, and last night I am done. I published it last night, finished the last publish, and I'm ready to start marketing. As a matter of fact, I was doing that this morning with with getting some marketing taken care of, and I'm going to be working on my 100. And anyway, it took me 466,608 credits to create this, which is roughly about $2,500.
You are correct. So what we figure is just roughly $5 per 1,000 credits. So she burned 467 credits times 5 is $2,500. So again, I've seen a little bit more of the inside of this thing. There's the ability to purchase. There are different plan levels. You can subscribe. You can upgrade. You can downgrade. You can store all your
Writes all of your content for you. Yep, tells
Yeah.
you where to sell it.
This thing does
So-
everything. It's $2,500. If she were to hire somebody to have built this for her, it would have been $25,000 6 months ago.
Not
And
to
she
burn
did it
any more
by
credits
herself.
for you, Anne. Not to burn any
Yes.
more credits, but
Oh,
did
no,
you
don't
integrate
give her any
the
more
eBay API so it automatically makes the eBay listings?
I didn't hear you because
Did you
Dan was
integrate
over
the
talking
I
eBay?
was
you.
I was
You didn't want
trying to
me to
save
tell
her
you.
money. I want to save her money.
No, you know what? At this point, I have something I want to sell. I want to get it out there so I can recoup some of this money, and I want it to be the best it can be. So if I have to spend a little more, I'll start eating beans every night.
I would just like the one thing I would say is the eBay API. If you integrated that in, then that would automatically create the listings. It could also pull in actual
Accurate pricing.
pricing from other items like it.
Okay, that's a whole nother thing. I have absolutely no clue what you're
But
talking
you know what you
about,
can
but
do?
I will look it up.
Here's what you can do, Ann. You make that
Yeah.
just a premium feature. Now they got to pay for the higher level.
Yeah. And there
You
are
know, it's
other
coming soon.
there are other things that do exactly that. I saw one the other day where they're talking, I just took a picture of my old pants hanging in the closet and suddenly there's cash in my pocket. Obviously it's not quite that simple, but it's similar to this app and it's similar to how eBay works essentially. So a lot of different networks out there that you could possibly tie into beyond just eBay.
So you're talking about like starting a little eBay store?
No.
I don't understand.
No.
the
It
connection. I'm sorry.
it's making it easier for people, right? So like,
Yeah.
if you integrated eBay into this app, then now here's another thing, right? Like they're gonna go, oh man, if I got rid of that, I'm gonna have to go make the listings
okay.
myself. I'm gonna have to do the research. I'm gonna have to figure out the pricing on it.
Okay, perfect. So they can do right from here instead of just have them being told where to go to sell it on eBay. I get it now. It was a little dense. It will then actually let them hook up to eBay for a
eBay.
cost.
Yep. But
Right.
tech creep is a real thing. It will stop. It will just, you'll spin. But that's a cool thing like that you can do as like a version 2, or you can put
Right.
like
I
future
love it.
page, right? There's tons of stuff on ClickFunnels that we waited for months for to have access to. That's something you say like, hey, in our premium tier, eBay integration coming soon.
Yeah.
I like
And
it.
then all they got to
I like
do is they put a listing in there and it says, do you want to sell this on eBay? Click yes. Software just does the whole thing, just puts it into eBay for them.
And the software is capable of doing that?
Oh yeah.
Oh, the eBay API I would guess is
Yeah.
probably 20 years old. Who knows?
Yeah.
It's
been
eBay's
used a
been
while.
around for a long time. Yeah. So yeah, and the beauty again of these kind of builders like Overskill is they have infinite intelligence. So all you got to do is give it a prompt and go, hey, what do you think about us also connecting this to eBay's API so that people can automatically just load it in, and it'll say, oh my God, you are a genius. That is the greatest idea I've ever heard in my life. Let me build it for you. It will. It'll edify you.
Yeah.
They
All the time.
call it in the AI world. They call it sycophancy.
It might
it's a
say, please add
sycophancy.
tokens first, but then it will.
Yeah. Buy 50,000 more tokens, and then please go ahead. But again, I mean, you put that in. So let's say it costs you 5,000 tokens, $250. Okay, is that worth it? That being a premium feature is something that people who are just selling on eBay themselves, if they haven't built
Right.
their own app yet, are going to say, well, let me see, I give her $50 a month to do something that would cost me a bunch of money to build myself.
I
So
think
they
about
make
them as like roadblocks, right? What are the roadblocks somebody has in order to be able to like get a win for your software, right? And this is what
Right.
I'm going to die on this hill about, like, use Overskill to help people get through those roadblocks in your frameworks and in your courses, right?
Yep.
So your thing, Anne, is you could get somebody goes through, like, does the whole thing. And it's like, well, how do I put this on eBay? Like, my husband finds stuff and he's like, he gives it to me. He's like, put it on eBay for me. I'm like, okay, I'm a little busy, right? And he's feeling like, could I do that? And I'm like, sure. And I showed him and he's like, oh, was that simple? But
The
he's
app
not.
tells you and explains how to do it. It just didn't. I'm missing that component that lets them do it directly from the app.
Yeah.
So that is so cool. I cut you off. I apologize.
No,
No,
it's all fine.
I muted myself because I was choking. I got a bit of a cold or something going on here. But we need to move forward to Jessica because she has something that is in many ways near and dear to my heart, having a wife who gets chronic migraine headaches.
Oof.
And so, Jessica, I ruined the surprise, but go ahead and tell us what you got.
So I didn't get to participate in the Overskill games. I was down with a 2-week-long migraine. I've had migraines for since I was 9. So this is a long-term duration issue for me. Both of my kids have it. My sisters, my mom, my grandmother, my husband's mother. Migraines are a life situation. And I originally built a migraine tracker because I was trying to prove to my doctors, look, it's not diet. It's not my caffeine, which is not that much. You know, it's not these things. Mine is barometric. The weather gets me. So I had built one out in Home Assistant, actually, where I could tag on my phone, migraine started, here's what I've done. I had it built out to track my kids. All the commercial applications, they just don't do that. They don't track these things real well. But you really, Home Assistant is a difficult toolkit. It really is, especially when you pulling on all the things I had to set up, right? And here I am sitting going, I missed out on this. So I had a fairly good idea what I was going to tell. When I looked at this, I'm like, I had no idea what I wanted to build. And I'm like, how about the thing that's been getting me every time I try to go do something new, right? But I had a really clear idea when I went to build this, what I wanted it to be able to track the weather. I wanted it to be able to help anyone like me or my husband. You know, for me, it's Social Security disability is a possibility, or at least accommodations at work. VA, veterans applying for disability for migraines, they have a totally different structure on how it qualifies. So I wanted to be able to help everyone get that. But I started off with that really clear, I want to do this, and this. This is how I want it to structure. And I want it migraine friendly, not the bright colors and the pretty things. Migraine, I can barely look at the screen and tap a button, right?
Can you show us, because we're seeing your usage screen here now, can you show us the actual app?
So this is the actual, I've got the app on my tab. It's not updating real well.
Think you maybe shared the different tab. What about if you click just up there where it says My Apps on the usage screen?
Yeah, we'll try it from there. Maybe
Over,
I just,
yeah, right there.
it said it was sharing that tab. So let me, but we'll do it this way. Preview will give us enough. So it's pretty simple. It's hooked into OpenWeather API on the back end. You can see where I've got my first 4 logged since I built this, 2 weeks ago. Showing it, the pressure drops where it falls into the amount. And it works, and this works fairly well on a mobile screen, so it's a little big for this, but let me show that. That's what it looks on mobile. Migraine log, it prompts to know the location of where you're tagging this in from your browser, so you don't have to try to remember where you were at. You can tell it's either still ongoing or how long did it last. These are really critical questions here for anyone who has them. You're trying to get accommodations. No, wait, I missed work again, or I had to leave early or something. And everything I could think of that I personally have to track, I've got in here. Now, I will say that Overskill, even though I gave it this really detailed concept of what I wanted with, the medications and everything in there, I've still had to go back through and tell it, no, I wanted it to look like that. I wanted it to have this in there. Like the first 3 times I wanted this little button here that's still going. I had to tell it again several times before it caught what I meant, even though I was as clear as I possibly could be. So sometimes it's a little, the AIs are like that. Sometimes they're not very.
Okay, let's stop there for a second, because
Sorry?
when you were prompting it, how did you give it an image that you were prompting it with? How did you prompt it, or did you just tell it?
I gave it text only.
Okay.
I did not want images because I had found, while trying to build with other tools, Claude, images really screwed it up, and it would go off on tangents that didn't make any sense. So I gave it, I want this section and this section and this section. Kind of like if I was actually writing it in PHP or something, I gave it that kind of detail broken down of, this is the top of it, this is the middle, I want this part of the table, this part of the table. I broke it down as far as I could to get as close to what I wanted. Because I've built on PHP MySQL forever, old school style. Like I can't keep up with the new version. So yeah. I could not have done this.
Well, I was going to say, because I'm having exactly the opposite, and Anne is saying the same thing, where if you give it an image, and part of the new Barnum PT that we're going to talk to Winter about at some point, he's now integrated with this, and so you can just go in there, take a screenshot, you can annotate the screenshot, you can do other stuff to tell it exactly what you're talking about, but also they're going to be coming out. If you see down in the black sidebar there at the bottom right, it says edit. They were talking about this during the games, is that they're going to be getting that to be working at some point, wherein you can click on the edit, click on any element, and then tell the AI exactly what you want done with that element. And it will fix just that. And they may be getting to the point where, so it says like your record so far, where you could click on that and just go in and type in the actual text you want in there, which that would be huge difference if they can put that into these apps.
But what I found with the funnel builder, in ClickFunnels proper, man, it will not cooperate with me. I want it to look like this, this, and this, and it just does something that just doesn't quite work for me.
You're talking the AI funnel builder inside of ClickFunnels.
Inside
which
Correct.
ClickFunnels.
Not the other,
Brave
not the
soul.
Funnel Pro one. Yeah.
brave soul to be.
I've tried it several times and I get frustrated with it because I figure part of it is me. Maybe I'm not
No, I don't think
adjusting the
so.
words right,
No,
but
No.
probably of all the AIs right now, currently, the actual AI funnel builder in ClickFunnels is probably the weakest. But I
okay.
know they're coming out with a bunch of improvements. A much better thing to use is Winter's Funnel Wind.
Mhm.
To use that. That works actually pretty well,
Yep.
and you can get it to give you some really good stuff, and it builds it all 100% native into ClickFunnels.
Yeah.
That's the biggest debate I'm having with everybody. And on the live Overskill call this morning, I saw in the comments 4 or 5 people asking the exact same question, which is, why would we be doing this instead of building these pages directly into ClickFunnels? And they didn't give them a decent answer as far as I was concerned. And I see a lot of other stuff that is coming out where, oh, here, we're just going to give you this HTML code to drop into the page. So basically, you open up a page, you drop in an HTML element,
Right.
you drop the HTML code into it, and it's the entirety of the page HTML code from the header all the way down.
Mhm.
And I just look at that and go, okay, great. And it may be pretty, but the problem is, how do you edit it?
Yeah, right. And that's kind
So
of why
for me, it's like use the native elements in ClickFunnels as
right.
much as you possibly can.
And that's why I went with this when I built this one. That was why I took that approach of being so detailed. Was I wasn't sure how close Overskill's AI backend was to the ClickFunnels AI funnel builder, and I've fought with it enough that I just wanted it to do what I needed it to do. Mind you, I was still having a migraine when I did this, so I think that's an important thing to note.
You can assume that they're completely different.
Okay,
Like, I mean, it's night and day, right? This is probably like,
much better.
let's say, like the funnel builder is AI a year ago,
Right.
and Overskill is AI 3 months ago.
Yeah.
Up to like almost current. I wouldn't even probably put them in the same ballpark. I would think, but you know what? Hopefully, we don't get canceled for that.
Yeah, but that was why I was very clear with what I wanted it to do. I have shown it to a couple of friends in case there's something else. That because of the way mine are, maybe I missed something.
To have something in there for you to bang your head up against the wall, because it's the only thing that used to, seriously, it was the only thing that used to take the pain away.
Right.
Madison,
No, I
Madison,
literally did that when I was a kid. I would literally do that in the hallway.
Madison, I just sent you an image. Can you pull up that image and show it real quick? This is an example of what I've been doing. Now I'm working directly inside of Claude, but everything I'm building is integrating directly with ClickFunnels. And so I'm building out this interface, and I'm telling it, we're getting to the point where it's like, okay, I need to make it look better. So we're moving some images around or moving some buttons around and that kind of stuff. Madison, did you find the image I just sent
I'm
you?
getting it. Yep, I'm just getting it. I just gotta, where's my screen? Here we go.
And you can see I have authentication going on as well.
Hang on 1 second here, Jessica. Okay, so this is what I'm talking about. So what I had is took a couple of different screenshots, and these are 2 different examples here, but I dropped them in one place, and all I did is I screenshot the whole thing, gave it to Claude, and said, okay, this is how I want you to rearrange the buttons and the stuff on the page.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and how I did this was, so let's take a look at the bottom one. All of those buttons were all in that area, just in different places. So I did a screenshot of that, dropped it into Canva, and then duplicated the main picture like 5 or 6 times. And then all you do is you change the size of the window in Canva to, like in some cases here, like if you see like check webhook, I just shrink it down. So all it is check webhook. And then I take one original picture and I just drag the little bits and pieces in exactly where I want it. Takes a couple of minutes, but it saves you a lot of time. If I had to try to explain to Claude okay, take these 2 buttons from down here at the bottom, move them up here, put one on the left and one on the right, and pretty soon they're all over the damn page. But if you give it an image like this, it knows exactly where to put it because they were already there. We're just rearranging it.
So this is my process, and I unfortunately shared the tab instead of the window. What I will do, because ChatGPT is so good, and I gotta share my screen, I will give it my idea, and then I will have it build the mock-up for me. And so I have this one. I said, no, I don't want it to be mobile. Make it like this. And then I will go and start with this image and my prompt and be like, this is what I want. I might make some changes and be like, no, we want a different layout, something like this. But this is if I'm using GPT image someplace else, why not use it inside of ChatGPT where I'm paying $20 a month instead of tokens?
Have you tried using Snagit, capture that picture then once you've done it, and then just use arrows and tell it where to move?
No, I mostly just fight with it until it's close enough.
Well, but here's something. Go open that screen back up. Let's see if we can do this here because this is Winter's newest thing. I don't know. So go up and click on the top hat. What are you in here? You're in ChatGPT. See, I don't know if it'll work in here or if you have to be inside of Overskill to make this work. But can you do a screen grab? Is it one of the things up at the top? I think it's one of the tabs up there.
Obviously, I need to update my Barnum because I don't have Overskill buttons on mine.
I think it automatically updated itself. Yeah. Okay, there it is. It worked. So now she just captured the page. And so now you got a pen and you got an arrow and you got colors. So it's pretty, you can't do a whole lot with it now, but you can annotate the page. You can do whatever. I like my idea better of Canva because let's say you wanted to, you got those 5 boxes there and you want to switch them around. I guess you do crop. I guess you do crop the image. And so, yeah, so you have to do that. Whereas with mine, I just I move it around, and that thing. If you wanted to remove that at the bottom, I'd put in there, remove the footer bar on it, and it would know what I was talking about.
So Dan, you're doing a cut and paste basically, like if it was paper.
Yeah. It's not necessarily cut. Because like I said, you put in the one section, you duplicate it a whole bunch of times, and then you just grab the sides and you just go around the one little piece that you wanted to keep.
Yeah, like you do in Photoshop. Same idea. Yeah.
I found that to be the simplest and the fastest because I tried some more complicated stuff in Canva, and I was just like, no, this is so much easier. I tried doing what is it, Madison, where you could do the layers in there.
Yeah, the magic layers. Yeah.
Yeah, and it never pulls it apart properly. So I was like, we're just going to do this down and dirty and just essentially crop the images.
Yeah.
And so okay, so we're in ChatGPT.
We'll just see what it does.
Yeah. Okay.
I think it's not going to work. I think it's going to be a colossal disaster. But let's just see.
Make these. Well, you might just have a squiggly line across the bottom where it says "Make these changes." We'll see what it comes up with.
My ChatGPT likes to crash in the middle of image generation.
Really?
Yeah. I've got wireless internet at home. So it might be a bandwidth issue.
Yeah, shouldn't be. I wouldn't think. So Jessica, I don't think we got around to it. How many credits did it take for you to build that? And you're using it on a regular basis already, right?
Yeah, I'm actually about to tag in another one because suddenly it's striking. But I used, let's see.
Make sure to credit that one to Dan.
Oh, sorry, which one?
The one that just started?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, the migraine? Oh, no.
There's a storm front going overhead. I can feel it. It sucks.
Really? I mean, that's interesting. The barometric pressure is what causes it.
It is one of the most common ones. Yeah. But really? Doctors are always like, you need to change your diet or just lose weight or whatever. I was like, no, I do not control the sky. Thank you very much.
Well, my wife
But
started getting them after she had a heart transplant surgery. I
Oof.
mean, she
yeah,
basically came out of the coma after the surgery and she had a migraine. And is it the drug she's on? Did something happen during the surgery? We don't know.
Probably the
Botox has
anesthesia.
helped. Could be the
6 of one,
anesthesia.
half dozen of the other.
Yep.
I
Well,
mean,
yeah,
they all compound.
she's been
They all
knocked out
compound.
so many times we can't count. Different surgeries and whatnot. But enough of that. So, Madison, what did it come
So,
up with? Anything? Or Jessica,
Nope.
how many? How
um,
many? It
I
said no, we're
used
not going to do it.
It just took up the one top box. That's all.
Oh, so it took off
It
at
did
least
nothing.
something.
Yeah.
I
Worth the trouble.
used 40,000 credits.
Okay,
Um,
$200.
not not terrible. And that was over 27 iterations. Part of that was going back through because, of course, this is private information. I was forcing it to rerun the security scan, check it, rerun the security scan, fix it, rerun the security scans. I did that 4 or 5 times just to be sure it was looking at everything. And then I will be turning loose one of my, because I'm a cybersecurity person, but I'm not an app security. I'll be turning loose one of my Uber Geeks friends to hardcore test it, and then I'll tell Overskill dev team what they need to fix.
Yeah.
There is on I believe it's like Overskill /security. There is their whole breakdown on
Yeah.
the security behind it. But yes, they'll be interested to hear what you find out.
Now I did have it build in an OAuth for a Gmail account because I want to be able to export to Google Docs because of course the end goal is something you hand to the doctor, right? Or for VA disability, you're handing it to the doctor who's writing your Nexus letter saying this is their migraine log. This is what they have to happen.
No, are you also tracking food that people are eating and medications, alcohol,
I have
consumption, all that stuff?
medication tagged in there. For for me, of course, I'm allergic to most of it, so I don't even know what all they can use. So it's a text field to type in, but I want the next version is to add on a previous used medications tag save. So once it's added, it's there. And then the free tier I have it built out is just the basic tagging, basic information. The barometric pressure is part of the premium, which is $7 a month. I thought that was fair given it's having to make API calls to track that in. It also allows to add dependents or anyone else who want to.
Did you have to go and get the Open Weather API key yourself?
Yes, it is it's my API key, the application's API key. Decided against not having to have everyone go get their own.
It's pretty genuine credit usage too.
It's 1,000 calls for free, after which it starts charging. So, I mean, 1,000 calls isn't that many because I'm pulling it like 5 calls per check for the previous 48 hours per attack. So 5 calls per attack roughly.
You might be able to pull that differently. I built it into a mold app, so
I might look into how many calls it's actually used for the 5 attacks I've used it for. But I don't want it to call every minute, right? Only when an attack is entered to then pull in the previous 48 hours.
Yeah.
Of what that looks like.
Yeah. Okay,
so we've got that pattern in there.
Well, one thing Ann put in the comments is air quality too. And I know on my phone, when I look at the weather in there, it does give me the air quality too. So I would guess that maybe pulling from the same place.
It'll give you the humidity and it will give you all the
metrics. Yeah. And it depends on, I think it built on the open weather call 3 API version. So I need to go back through and pull the actual API documents and say, okay, I want you to call this, 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 and this. But to get it up and running, like I said, I built it while I was having an active migraine. Was the initial build.
Bless you.
So
well, that's the thing that people have to understand, and they've been harping on this on everything that has to do with Overskill. Is first off, give it a basic prompt and get it to give you something.
Yeah.
Then you go from there, and you go broad, and then you go down. So the next thing we want to do is say we want to connect this weather app to it. Okay, open Overskill, connect this app to it. Here's blah blah whatever. You probably don't have to tell that much. In fact, just tell it to go find the damn thing, or give it a link to it, or whatever, and it'll go find it. It'll hook it up. It'll then ask you any questions that it has about it, and then you keep building, and then you come back later and you go, okay, there's 52 things in this API that's pulling in. I only really need 4 of them. So then you say, okay, only pull in these 4. Don't pull in the rest, because especially if they're charging you for it, then you want as small of a call as you possibly can.
And that's kind of why I started with just the barometric pressure, because I know that's the critical one. Now, air quality, the wildfires were part of the 2-week migraine because the air.
Yeah, that's right. You said that to me. It's like you said to your husband something like, "Well, I haven't had a
migraine like this since the last big Canadian wildfires." He's like, "Oh, did you not know?" I was like, "What do you mean?
Have you not looked out the window and see the smoke clouds going by the house?"
I didn't even notice, because I don't notice that kind of thing often. And he's like, "Yeah, it's wildfires. It's hazy out there." I'm like, "Oh, it just looked like Houston."
Yeah. No, my brother up in Wisconsin, he said when it was the worst, he opened up his door and like a cloud of smoke came in the door.
We've had smoke detectors go off in the house because of wildfires that have been 30, 40 miles away.
Now, Madison is in Oregon. Jessica's in Indiana. My brother's in Wisconsin. Those are totally different fires. I don't think the smoke from Oregon really got to Wisconsin. These were back in June where they're having the big fires up in Canada, and they were having some in Minnesota too, I think.
Yeah, it was the Canadian round, because it was some of that was. This summer has been rough. That's all I got on that part, really. But that's why I I'm sitting there like, I missed the games. I wanted to build something. I hadn't even had an ability to think about it. I'm like, but
I think you're going to have another chance.
Yeah. There might be another one coming up sometime after Funnel Hacking Live. But all right, we are past the top of the hour. So I appreciate both of you coming on today. You both have apps that are realistically useful for people to use. And so if you guys have any questions about the apps individually, just reach out to the two ladies here. And don't forget Funnel Hacking Live, funnelhackinglive.com is coming up. And if you want to be on the show, I didn't mention this at the beginning, if you want to be on here because you built something really cool in Marketing Secrets or Overskill or ClickFunnels or whatever, just send me a DM on Facebook and we'll see about getting you on the show. We're running out of slots, I will be honest with you, but I got a couple still. Actually, I got one open on Friday if somebody wants to jump on that. So just let me know.
Thanks so much for the opportunity to share this and to get a little bit of feedback, because even now you just gave me some ideas that I didn't think about.
Don't worry. Madison will always find a way to spend your money.
Yeah, sorry.
I don't need help in that regard.
Like Greg roasts funnels, Madison roasts apps, but it gives you ideas to spend money. So with that being said, we will see everybody on Friday, same time, same place, same channel, unless we're canceled.
Thank you.
Bye.